What's up everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you are new, welcome to my channel where we try to cover topics that are of interest to you on real estate and mortgages. So please make sure to like, share and tap that bell icon so you get notified every time I share an informative video. And of course, if you find the information provided is of value, then all I ask is to hit the subscription button to get me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. Hi, my name is Preeti Rao and I am both a real estate broker and a mortgage broker for close to 20 years. Today I'm here to answer the frequently asked question, is it easy to find a rental home for or get accommodation in Canada for a new immigrant? Full disclosure, I am not an immigration lawyer and neither am I an immigration consultant. I don't claim to know anything about immigration. I am basically here to talk about what happens when you go to find a rental place when you come to Canada as an immigrant. Now, of course, when I came a few years ago, things were very different. The landlords were more accommodating. They were more lenient towards tenants. And this I'm talking about early 2000s. At that point, they were a little more welcoming to new immigrants. Today, things are a little different and more difficult. Now, please don't hate the landlords. It's not their fault. Many of them have been burnt too many times. So now they are like, yeah, we need to see all documents, like the full disclosure, to be positively certain that you as a tenant are in a position to pay the rent. Now, you've got your PR card or you have come on a work permit. You're all excited, brand new country, and believe me, Canada is an amazing country. You're all set to start your new life in a new place. But first you need to find a place to stay for you and probably your family also. And herein lies the difficulty. You have to understand that when it comes to renting out their properties, landlords are normally a little skeptical, especially to new immigrants, because they may not have a job, so no source of income. 2, they definitely do not have any credit history. So there is no way for the landlord to know how you manage your money. And lastly, like I said, they've been burnt before, so they don't know. Are you going to be able to pay the rent? Or what's going to happen if you don't? The eviction process is the landlord's worst nightmare. So for them, it's important to know that when you apply as a tenant, you have a job in hand. So if you were coming to Canada and you are coming in without a job, hopefully you have a family member you can stay with for a month till you get your bearings. Just don't overstay the visit. And politely ask them if they are willing to become a guarantor. In other words, the lease will be in their name and you will be listed as the occupant on the agreement. Then it might work with some landlords. Now, it's a huge responsibility, especially in Canada, to stand as a guarantor or to sign a lease for someone else. So please weigh your relationship with your family member before you use this approach. Now, if you come into the country and you already have a job, that's security in itself, yes. But even then, to a certain degree, the landlords are nervous because you don't have a credit history on you and we don't have a way to figure out how you handle your finances. And in Canada, a credit score and the credit history plays a very important role in anything you do, from looking for a place to rent or to buying a car or to getting a credit card to even buying your first home. Your credit score is very important. Side note, I have done an entire video on how credit works in Canada, so don't forget to check that video out. Now, back to the topic. You have a job. Then the landlord will want to see at least one payslip along with an employment letter. Now, in both scenarios, the landlord will want to see bank statements to know that you are coming into the country with money and that you are in a position to pay the rent. Most of the time, what I have noticed is that landlords tend to ask for a bigger chunk as a deposit. Now, a deposit on an average is just the 2 months' rent, the first and the last month's rent. But they can ask for more than just 2 months. So note, if you are migrating to Canada with or without a job, just keep in mind that you probably may need to fork out more than just 2 months rent as a deposit. It could be 4 months rent or 6 months rent. And sometimes I have even seen immigrants pay an entire year. Now that being said, under the Landlord Tenancy Act, a landlord is not allowed to ask you for more than 2 months rent as a deposit. But when you are a new immigrant, unfortunately, the reality is you have not established your credit yet. And that puts you in a weaker spot, leaving you vulnerable to the landlord's demands, and they make the final decision. Giving you the place to stay is the landlord's prerogative, because at the end of the day, it is their property. I know, it sounds like a lot, and it's not easy. For a lot of immigrants, it's years of savings. And if you give the landlord everything you have saved, what's left for you, right? This is why it is very important to have an experienced agent working for you to guide you properly and protect you along the way and getting you exactly what you want. Now, I am not saying that you're going to be punished for not having a credit score or for coming to Canada on a PR or a work permit. No, that's not the case. But yes, I'll be honest, the process is a little tedious and can get you to a point of frustration. So before coming to Canada itself, first things first, you need to do is reach out to at least 2 or 3 real estate brokers who live in the area. For example, if you are landing in Toronto, then you can reach out to me. I service the GTA and the neighboring cities. And nowadays, everything is online. Once you figure out which city and in which province you are migrating to, you can reach the agents via email saying, this is my scenario. I am coming to this part of the country. This is a city that I am thinking of moving into. Can you please guide me on what I need to find out about the rental properties? Send it out to 3 or 4 real estate agents. Let them respond via email first. And once you feel that the agent can help you, have a call with them. So before you come here, you are kind of set and you have an idea of what is out there. And then you are able to budget accordingly. The agent who knows what to do will tell you upfront exactly what you need, will be able to hold your hand through the whole process, making the transition as smooth as it can possibly be. So, if you found value or liked this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. Once again, my name is Preeti Rao. My contact information is in the description box below. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe, and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens the door to your dream home.